We always try to make, the core gameplay, of course, better and better on every opus.
Rally racing, one of the racing disciplines out there. But if you think about rally games, there only ever comes one series to mind, WRC, developed by Kylotonn. But before we move on with this topic, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. As I already told you guys, Kylotonn are mostly known for their WRC series, and they're part of Nacon, who are not just publishing WRC, there are also games like the new Test Drive waiting in the future. And just in a short moment, we will be having a chat about their upcoming racing games, so stay tuned. But before that, let's take a look at Nacon and the games under their umbrella.
What do TT Isle of Man, Ride on the Edge 2, Overpass, and the WR series have in common? They're all racing games published by Nacon. And if the name doesn't ring a bell, maybe Big Ben does. Up until February 2020, Nacon were only responsible for video game accessories. But after they took over their former publishing label Big Ben in a merger, they're now only known as Nacon. They publish possibly the best rally sim out there in the shape of WRC. This month, they're set to release the 10th iteration in this long-running series. There's more than just rally games in Nacon's racing repertoire. Fans of motorbike racing off the beaten track of MotoGP are also catered for, as they're also responsible for the TT Isle of Man game series. Another game being released this month is their newest simulation title, Rims Racing. The simulation is supposed to have a heavy emphasis on fine-tuning every aspect of your bike, allowing it to be pushed to its fullest capacity. There's also this small title they're developing called Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown, developed by Kylotonn, the studio also responsible for WRC. We don't know much about Solar Crown yet, but a new test drive game is always great news. 2 new racing titles from Nacon to be excited about in the space of just 1 month. And as if that wasn't enough, there's another one on the horizon for next year. So we can all keep on our toes for that one.
Now that we're all up to date regarding the games Nacon already published and obviously will publish in the future, that's what we're going to talk about now with the one who definitely can provide us some insights. Hi, so nice to meet you. Why don't you start by introducing yourself?
Hi, I'm Alain Jarniou from Kylotonn Games. I'm the game director on WRC 10.
Okay, so staying on the topic of sim racing games, with the WRC series, you are developing the biggest and most renowned rally racing series. What can we expect from its newest iteration when WRC 10 drops later this month?
Yes, so first of all, you know that maybe Kylotonn is working on the WRC series from the fifth WRC 5. So every time we make a new opus of the series, we try to improve the game, of course, with new features, new content, and obviously also everything about physics and simulation. So that's one of the points that are quite have a good evolution. This time is everything about physics, simulation, rally simulation. I think if you played WRC 9, we already have a really good quality in terms of realism in the behavior of the cars. But anyway, even for WRC 10, we make some big changes in the engine. So expect to have more simulation and a better behavior of the car in WRC 10. So we worked on you're talking about sim racers. Everything about the control of the car, the aero, the suspension, and the electronics of the car makes the whole experience better than it never used to be in the WRC series this time.
What even makes the WRC series such a renowned series in your opinion?
I mean, it's the rally is really a unique genre in racing. It's a competition where it's really demanding in terms of the skills you have of driving, because it's sometimes on tarmac, sometimes on gravel, sometimes on snow. It's played at daytime, sometime at night. It can rain, it can snow. So very different locations, very different conditions that ask for the drivers to have a huge set of skills to be the best. And in terms of competition, it's really unique, but also in terms of the challenge it gives to us to be able to be realistic in all those conditions. So that's the challenge for us to get, an engine, I would say, in terms of rendering, but also in terms of car behavior, to make all this stuff coherent and fun for the players, and from also the hardcore players, the sim racers. That was a big challenge. I think over all the opus we made from WRC 5, we managed to have something that is really enjoyable, really challenging, and it's an experience, a driving experience that you can't get anywhere else. So I think this is the on one side the competition itself that is really special, really unique, and all the work that Kylotonn made to make this experience realistic and fun for the players.
So WRC gets good reviews from everywhere. What's your special sauce for making a good rally game?
All the things that we have to do to make the rally experience realistic is very important, of course. So this is, I would say, our main focus, of course, but we also have to put different ways of playing, different ways of making rally. So that's what we try over all the opus of the series is simulation, of course, but game modes, the way you will play. The career mode is one very important thing, for example, that have a huge evolution from our first opus. Everything about community, the fact that you can now join a club and make your own competition. So we always try to make the core gameplay, of course, better and better on every opus, but also the way you do rally in the game more interesting, more entertaining. That's why this year we added the livery editor, for example, which is a cool feature, a cool way to customize your car, of course. In the career mode, the private team is also, on our point of view, and I think it will be loved by the players, a very good way to be immersed in the universe of rally, for example. So that's core gameplay, and then how do you experience the rally driving, the rally universe.
So are you planning to do any other kind of rally games in the future, or just stay with WRC for now?
So you know that, of course, then we are still working on WRC 10, because maybe you know that we will have free update of the game. So 1 month after the launch and 2 months after the launch, you'll get new game modes and new countries, new cars. So that's stuff that we are still working on. We at Kylotonn are making only racing games, so you know that we also work on a Test Drive Unlimited franchise. But rally is really something that is in our legacy, in our heart. So we will work on the next opus of WRC series. So WRC 11 will come next year, and then we'll see. I can't tell you more, but we love to do racing, and we love to do rally, especially. So we are still working on rally at Kylotonn, I can tell.
Thank you so much for taking the time. Now I'm definitely more hyped for your upcoming titles. If you would like to share anything else or say hello to someone, here's your time to do so.
So in terms of what is coming, all the stuff that we make for the WRC series, what we've made for WRC 10, the library editor, for example, and the announcement we made on the career and the club system. I really hope that people will love it. We are really waiting also feedback from the players and the community. Every time we do a new game, we are careful about what the player says, what we can, on what the community tells us, and we try to be every time better and to hear the community and listen to the community and make our games better with all our players, people that are following Kylotonn games from a long time now. So I hope people will love the new WRC 10, and we are waiting for their comments or feedback.
That's it already for today's Nitro Nights show. As always, I really hope you enjoyed watching. If you have any feedback, just let us know in the comments below. And obviously, don't forget to check out overtake.gg. We see each other again in 2 weeks. Until then, stay safe and buckle up. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. If you missed out the last one, you can watch it right here. We've had Marco from Kuno Simulazioni with us, and he gave us his thoughts on endurance racing. Or while staying on the topic of rally games, why not check out our video about the top 5 rally games in 2021. Enjoy watching and see you next time.